Right, hello and welcome to this episode of So Sunday. We've had an absolute shocker today. The lighting has not been going well for us. We're not in a good mood. But anyway, we continue, we move on. We are currently watching conspiracy theories that came true. So without further ado, let's just jump into it.
The idea that the CIA ran secret mind control experiments was treated as an insane conspiracy theory of paranoiacs up until 1995. That year, President Clinton issued a formal apology on behalf of the US government, revealing that the speculations weren't just morbid fantasies of unstable individuals.
Okay, do you know what? I was sulking in my seat there. I was a bit fuming. I thought the video was dead, but do you know what? This is why I've just revived it. I'm sitting up. They've got me locked in. I'm 1 minute and 13 seconds in, and I am locked in. I am ready for this. So hold on. The CIA and shit were torturing people, just US citizens for whatever reason, and then they destroyed all the documents to make sure no one knew. Mad. I know this is America, but I think there's a lot of countries that's done this. I would say even the UK is probably guilty of doing something similar.
A mystery. However, a lot of the information about this horrific project was brought to the surface with the Freedom of Information Act in 1977.
Go on,
the
Freedom
fact
of
that
Information
no
Act.
one has yet been punished for the committed crimes shows just how entangled the power play connected to this conspiracy actually is.
Whoa. Okay, that's not a good image to pause on. I'm just gonna go back 5 seconds because YouTube won't be happy about that image. Let me just go back 5 seconds. Jesus Christ. It's gonna get me banned. No, but on a serious note, no one's actually been convicted or charged with any of this. Like, that's mad. So do you think there's probably people in government right now in America who are relatives of the people who were like in charge of that shit? That's a wee bit concerning to think about. But anyway, on to the second one. I'm invested. I seen the who shall not be named in that next clip, you know, so we'll move on quickly about that. You might have to cut that bit out.
There were many actual and many rumored attempts of assassinating Hitler during World War II, but a particular one made July 20th, 1944, a historical date. The conspiracy is remembered in history as Operation Valkyrie. The goal of the operation was to kill Hitler and his two right-hand men, Göring and Himmler. The plot was to use the continuity of government proceedings during an assassination on Hitler's life to take over full control of the government in Germany and subsequently blame the coup on the Nazi SS. Plans were set into motion with the recruitment of Colonel Klaus von Stauffenberg, who successfully infiltrated the highest ranks, getting promoted to attending military strategy meetings with Hitler himself. Stauffenberg carried a briefcase bomb with him and considered taking the chance several times, but backed out each time because not all of his targets were present. On July 20th, he finally took his chance and exploded the bomb inside Hitler's conference room using a remote detonator. Unfortunately, Hitler survived with only minor injuries. As a result, Stauffenberg and many of his fellow conspirators were executed.
That is pretty mad. Like, the fact that Hitler, well, as far as my knowledge goes on the whole World War II situation, I'm pretty sure Hitler killed himself, but I mean, the amount of people that tried to kill him and just couldn't do it is a bit insane. Maybe that man was just a fucked up robot. Some sort of German robot that's been floating about. Maybe he's not even dead. Conspiracy theories that came true. Nah, but props to that guy for trying to take him out with a bomb, though. That's one way to do it. Rest in peace, my guy.
It's no secret that politics are a dirty game, but elaborate conspiracies, when they are true, are usually very well hidden. It's a rare occasion that a government plot is revealed to the public. One such conspiracy existed in the 60s, and its goal was to provoke a war with Cuba. America's top military leaders joined forces in coming up with a plan, which would support a war against Cuba, but involve fake acts of terrorism on US soil, which would take a devastating number of innocent lives. There are existing and available documents which show that chiefs of staff of the US military had an elaborate plan of shooting civilians in the streets of Washington, D.C. and Miami, to name a few places. Bombings would be initiated and innocent people would be framed and found guilty of these acts of terrorism. An elaborate plan was created on how to stage a devastating incident in which it would seem as as if a Cuban aircraft shot down a plane full of college students. Fidel Castro and Cuban refugees would be implicated, and thus a war would be justified. Luckily, President Kennedy rejected these plans.
Yes. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. Also, Go on, Kennedy, lad. I believe this 100%, because even with the whole Black Lives Matter protest going on and the army got called in to America, like, the American army were full on just like shooting innocent people's houses and stuff. Like, there was no worries, and like people were recording them and they were like happy enough to do it. What are they doing right now in countries that can't record and shit like that? No. I believe, especially back then as well, I believe this 100%. You know, people are just so fucking war hungry. It's a bit crazy, but you know, up JFK for knocking that one in the head.
Unfortunately, sometimes it happens that conspiracy theories about medication spreading disease aren't just plots of Hollywood movies or TV shows. A turn of events revealed a horrid truth in the United States. Close to 100 million Americans fell victim to vaccines containing cancer-causing viruses. Information about polio vaccines tainted with the simian virus 40 was available on the CDC website.
Alright, I'm cutting this because this is not the year to be pushing shit about vaccines, so I'm skipping this. Please get your fucking COVID vaccine. If you're watching this right now and you're not vaccinated, and you can be, get it sorted. Get vaccinated. I'm double vaccinated and I'm fine. I'm good. Get vaccinated, please. Right. Good. On to the next one.
The 1919 World Series are known in history as the scene of the Black Sox scandal. The Chicago White Sox created the biggest scandal in baseball history when they intentionally lost against the Cincinnati Reds. 8 White Sox players lost the game on purpose, working with gamblers for profit. The club owner Charles Korniski was known for underpaying his players and forbidding them from switching teams via strict contracts. This is what allegedly drove the players to look for a different way to earn money. 8 players were accused of plotting together with gamblers, although it remains uncertain to which extent each of the players was involved. The White Sox threw the game on purpose, but the conspiracy was soon brought to light, and the players faced trial. Although the 8 accused players weren't punished by law, they were all banned from playing professional baseball.
That's a bit far, to be fair. That's a bit far. I mean, if the guys weren't getting paid enough because of some dirty white man in a suit, I mean, is it really their fault? You know, should not be having words with the owner saying, you know, maybe you should pay your players more. They wouldn't throw games like that. Well, here we are. I personally think he got what he deserves.
Over the years, many have been very suspicious of the government, and the CIA is often a subject of conspiracy theories. Every once in a while, it is revealed that one of the alleged conspiracies is actually true. A prime example of this is the so-called Operation Mockingbird. This top-secret project was launched by the CIA with the goal of buying influence and control over major media outlets. It was with the Cold War underway that the CIA decided that control of the media would be a great weapon. Journalists were to be put on CIA payroll, and although it is yet to be proven, many insist that this is still going on today. The list of appointed agents included journalists from ABC, NBC, CBS, Time, Newsweek, and Copley News Service. The CIA had successfully infiltrated the nation's business, media, and universities with thousands of operatives. The project ended with the scandalous reveal, or so we're told.
See, this is all like in America and stuff, but I can fully believe this is happening right now. The BBC is 100% topped. Like, the BBC is topped the fuck. Like, there's some dodgy shit going on there. See, in 20 or 30 years time, come back to this video and we will have more information on something that's going on. I just know it. Maybe it's not only the BBC, but this isn't just happening in America, this shit. That's all I'm saying.
The CIA had yet another controversial project in the 60s and 70s. Secretly, the agency was developing the heart attack gun. Taxpayer money was secretly used to develop this unbelievable weapon. Its existence was revealed in 1975 during a hearing committee led by Frank Church. At the hearing, Church actually presented the CIA's top secret weapon. The gun is electrically powered by a battery and fires a bullet of frozen water mixed with shellfish toxin. Once the bullet enters the target, it melts without a trace, except for a small red mark on the victim at the point of entry to the body. The bullet affects the body in such a way that the official cause of death of the victim is always ruled as a heart attack. The weapon was developed in order to allow CIA to commit assassinations that could never be traced back to them. This enabled the CIA to murder a number of people, with the deaths seemingly being innocent. Many believe that the weapon is still being used today.
That is crazy. That is nuts. A heart attack gun? That is ridiculous. You cannot be making shit like that. To think that that shit's going on right now and we're all just sitting here chilling, watching YouTube videos, and people are, America, what's wrong with you? Why would you do this? Why have you done this? Nah, again, it's not just America. Every country's the same. Every country has dodgy shit going on, but a heart attack gun is the maddest thing I've ever heard in my life. A heart attack gun? Jesus. I don't need a heart attack gun. Much KFC I eat, I'm going down that way anyway. I don't need a heart attack gun. I'm just strapped up a KFC.
In 1994, the Wright Laboratory, part of the US Air Force, produced a 3-page proposal for a project with the draft name Gay Bomb. Wright Lab requested a 6-year, $7.5 million grant to produce a wide range of non-lethal weapons. These scientists developed an idea which would allegedly turn all enemy soldiers into homosexuals. They wanted to create a bomb that contained chemicals which would make the soldiers affected by them irresistibly attracted to one another. The theory was that this would be a huge distraction for the soldiers and render them incapable of proper combat. This outlandish idea was just one in the line of many other questionable ideas. The notorious Order of the Illuminati is not fictional, as many today think. It was a secret society founded in 1776 in Ingolstadt by Adam Weishaupt. Weishaupt was the first lay professor of canon law at the University of Ingolstadt. The Illuminati movement consisted of free thinkers, secularists, liberals, Republicans, and pro-feminists. The members were recruited in the Masonic lodges of Germany with the goal of opposing superstition, religious influence, and state power. In 1785, the order was infiltrated by government agents and allegedly broken down. Action was taken against the secret society for fear of them succeeding in overthrowing the monarchy and state religion. In the 18th century, it was suspected that the Illuminati was still operational, and they were blamed for the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror. The Illuminati were accused of being revolutionists who were attempting to secretly orchestrate a world revolution in order to spread the ideals of the Enlightenment. Amongst those ideals are anti-monarchism and an anti-patriarchy. Since then, a number of influential people have claimed that the government never fully succeeded in breaking down the Illuminati, and that they are still operating. Numerous conspiracy theories are ongoing, and many people believe that the Illuminati have great control over the world even today.
I'd back that. I think the Illuminati is still floating about somewhere, and they're still doing their thing. Who knows? Maybe they'll team up with Anonymous someday and they'll make a great collab video. No, fair enough. Big up Illuminati. If you're about there and you're doing good things with the Earth, up you. Good lads, keep it up. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of So Sunday. It was a bit of a shambles at the start, but I think we saved it at the end. Thank God. Anyway, thanks very much for stopping by. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Drop a comment down below what you want to see and what you enjoyed in this video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.